Hi everybody, welcome to this weekend round front 9 playthrough. We've got a minus 16 here to show you. I'll talk through all of my adjustments as always. Please do hit thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying the content, and do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Back 9 will be posted very soon as well. Hole number 1, a bit of a nasty wind to begin with, to be honest. I use a Kingmaker here to cut the wind down and reduce the OP, but you can do this shot with the Titan. So I'm setting up here at +9 with the extra mile level 8, 3 bars of top spin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. The adjustment is max +10. Does take me into about half a ring of overpower, but I'm adding a bit on as well. So I'm playing 2 rings of overpower just to make sure that I get myself over there. Mine are great right, but it's not an issue. If you do play with a Titan, do expect to be needing to use 3 to 4 rings of overpower. As you see, I only just made it there, so I do think a Kingmaker is worth it if you've got one to spare. Second shot, again playing from min line of the Grizzly here, and obviously it's going to be a different placement depending how you go with your drive. But I'm going to use top spin or back spin, whichever is appropriate, to get the ball guide to the hole. Now, the mistake I make here is I don't quite find the min line. I just pushed up a little bit, so my adjustment is a little bit lacking here. I go min +15, so minimum distance +15 with the Grizzly. Let's see how we go. We do hit perfect, which is what it's important to do for a first look. Bounces very, very nicely there, but just look at that. I did under adjust that, so I think another 0.1 or 0.2 would have been good on that one. But like I say, I did push up slightly as well. We have an albatross on hole 2 here, which is absolutely awesome. Extra mile 3.2 top spin is what I played here. Half of the red ring in the rough, +10 with extra mile 8, +12 with an extra mile 6 or 7. Look at the second bounce if you're using a different driver. Max +10, the adjustment, and going with some curl to the right. We do hit perfect here. We're okay with the amount of topspin. If you want to be cautious, you can go with 3 bars as well, I would think. But I played this with 3.2 here, and we do seem to have room for a stronger wind and still be fine. But obviously the judgment call has to be yours to make in the end. Now with this one here, I'm just going with left spin. I don't need any top spin or back spin. And just look at the second bounce, because if you've got a shorter drive, you will need to add a bit of top spin. But look at the second bounce, just clearing the rough, and we're aiming slightly left of pin. Adjustment, max +20. Obviously, if you have a longer drive, you might want to click a back spin, or shorter drive, maybe 0.2, 0.4 top spin. But as I said, focus on that second bounce. Max +20 is the adjustment here, and this is not a guaranteed albatross by any means, but if you do drop it, then enjoy it. It's a real bonus, and get the hell out of there. But look at this, we do hit the pin. Thankfully it stays in. It's one of those, if you get it, brilliant, but if not, take your eagle and run. Hole number 3, we have a drop here with the sniper as well, and I'm going 2.5 backspin, 2.5 bars side spin to the right. It does come in a little bit hot here, so I would suggest maybe increasing the backspin slightly. +3 yards, blue ring touching the rough with sniper level 10. Obviously sniper 9 would be +5. Playing with a katana, if you've got sniper 8, you will need to use a Titan, otherwise you won't find the landing position. Max +15 is the adjustment here. Maximum distance +15. The option you've got here as well, if you don't fancy the bounce over and want to play it more aggressively, is you can go for the quarterback rough bump, setting up at complete minimum distance. Look at that, another rattler, but we get it in for a hole in 1. And we're going to drop here on hole 4 as well with the Titan. 4.5 bar top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Put your spins on first, look at the ball guide, point straight down the middle. What could be simpler than that? I don't need to worry about plus yardage or ring positions, although if you do have the same club or similar, you can of course reference those as well. Max +10 is the adjustment here. Hitting perfect. And here we want to have some paper and a pencil, because you're going to need your drive yardages here. And this one, we knock it down there with 349 yards. Second shot, playing with a thorn. I go with 3.2 backspin, just to steady it a little bit more. So 3.2, the red ring is going to be fairly close to that rough line, the bottom of it. And so just pay attention to your ball guide here. Obviously, if you've got thorn 7, you're not going to have as much ball guide, but it won't look too dissimilar to that. I'm playing this one just before medium distance. I actually play 44% slider plus 5% elevation for the crosswind. But as you will see here, this goes in left side. So I would either reduce the slider or take away the elevation and just play it 0. But I do think the yardage notes can be used here. But just look at this one. Oh, we sneak it in left edge. So 0.2 less, I think, will be fine there. Hole number 5 coming up, and it's rough bump time, and have a similar wind that we've had in Expert this week. So we're going for the rough bump with the katana. Red ring touching the top of the rough, blue ring touching the sand to the right. 3 top spin, 3 right spin, and my adjustment here is min plus 5. Min plus 5, and I'm going with an intentional small 1201 pull. Problem I do have here, and we have an academy tutorial on this, is just look at the ball in the adjustment ring. I'm applying unintentional overpower here. I've not got the ball centered correctly, and that is why we hit the rough very, very high. So make sure you do a good 1201 pull and have the ball centered. No overpower here. You've got a chance of dropping that one. Hole 6, very pleasant wind here. Half a bar of backspin, 2 bars side spin to the right, very similar to opening round. Stretch out and find a position. Extra mile 8 is a bonus. I do believe you will get over there with a 6 or a 7, but this is untested, so play it at your own risk. Adjustment here, I go max plus 10. I'm pushing the rings because the rocks are in the way. Then I'm going to push up to max. Then it's full OP. Let's just see where we land here. I do think there is room for an extra mile 6 or 7, to be honest. Only 2 yards less on the driver. Thor's Hammer 5 would struggle, though. I don't think he'd get over with a Thor's Hammer 5, to be honest. Okay, maybe could have removed the backspin and just gone 0 spin and just gone with 2 right spin. But we've got a shot anyway with the sniper. And I'm playing this one medium distance plus 10. Now, tricky to find here. You'll see the ball guide just glitches around the pin. I go 1 backspin and 1 left spin. We have a beautiful line here, but we are sadly lacking in the pace department. So mid plus 10, this is 1-on-1. But again, you're going to have to adapt your spins depending on what you do with your drive. So if you're close to the bunker, you might need to just change your landing position or your spin. But look, we've had a very good look at this one, but how tantalising is this? We are, unfortunately, short in line. Hole number 7, and it's just a bounce over for me. If we can get close on this one, it's very nice, but if not, just get your birdie and run. 5 bars backspin here, and I'm just moving slightly to the left. Blue ring just inside the rough. And the adjustment here, I go mid plus 45. Mid plus 45. The issue we have here on this hole is that it's so difficult to adjust the rings because we can't zoom in very much. So, like I say, just adjust as accurately as you can. And if you get the hole in one, then it's a brilliant bonus. But if not, you've got a very, very safe birdie. But to be honest, just to get this close on this hole, I'm very, very pleased. You could alternatively just try it with 0.2 right spin as well. Hole number 8, I'm sending it here. It is tailwind, but not as much as I would like. So again, if you've got lower level drivers, you're going to just have to be a bit careful here. Stretch out, I go with 6 bars of topspin. I would like you really to go with 5 bars rather than 6, because I do think if we had not clipped the rough, then we would have rolled too long. So I go 5 topspin and half a bar of right spin. Max plus 10, pushing up to max. Max overpower is what I go here. We do hit a great right, but we're still fine. But look at that, the rough just takes a bit of pace out. Okay, we can chip this in easily for an eagle, but like I say, a perfect ball, bit less topspin I think would be more ideal. Hole 9, I know it is another berserker, but I feel we do have to go aggressively, so apologies if you're low on zerks. This one is tough. 6 topspin and 2 right spin. I've tried this a few times with extra mile 8. The one time I had a stronger wind and it was more headwind and I clipped the rough and rolled out. So please use your judgment call here. Max plus 10, max overpower, half a ball of curl to the right. We do make it over that time, but on one of my attempts in practice, I clipped the rough. So play with your discretion here. Great right is better than great left because we are at max distance of the sniper with this one. So I would err on the side of caution with a great right if possible. If you do have APOC, the 240 yard APOC, you're not going to have an issue here at all, to be honest. Extra mile 6 and 7 untested, so proceed with caution. If you do have a token, spend one, see if you can get over with your club level. Bit of top spin here, I'm going ball guide just through the hole, and I'm adjusting this max -5. But look, we're just going into overpower here because we hit a great left on the drive. So if you do have a better drive placement, you will have a better look at this one. Going with tiny overpower here, but sadly we do hit a great ball. But still, a -16, I'm very, very happy with that. And keep your eyes peeled on the channel for the back 9 will be uploaded very, very soon. Good luck, bye for now.